Please find your seat. Next year we'll put it in the sun. Yes. Well, we can do that. Just move your chair over. No. Well, get to know your brother, your large brother and sister. Get to know each other. Hug. Could I have the two? Could I have Brother Adam and Sister Dina? Please hold the banner to my right and left, please. Brother Adam, where are you? Come and get the banner, please. Thank you. Okay, center it. Very nice. So my brothers and sisters, can I have 5 minutes of your attention? I'll try not to be too long. I just like to recognize some dignitaries that are with us today. The large brothers and our large friend, and a very good friend of mine, and National Commission of Social Justice President, past state president, past everything. Brother Robert Farida, please. Brother Robert Farida, where are you? Please wave. Is Brother Tony Nacarado here? Not yet. Okay, we'll recognize when he gets here. And also, today's special guest, special speaker, a man who needs no introduction, and is a great, great friend to the Lodge, and a great friend to all of you. And may you never need him when you go to court. Because he will rule against you. And we're talking about our brother, Honorable Pat Gizzo. Please stand, Brother Gizzo. Thank you. You know, can you guys hear? Okay. This last night, I received, I'm sure Robert knows about this, we received an email. Can you hear me? From the Columbus Foundation, who's the chairperson for the Columbus Commission. Just like Brother Robert Farida is very involved in saving Columbus. And he just sent us an email telling us that in New York, there's 4 politicians who have put forward an amendment to eliminate Columbus and the Columbus State from New York State. So I send it out to all of you, and I expect each and every one of you to send it out to your friends, and to also to send out an email. And if you don't know how to do an email, ask your granddaughter, ask your grandchild, ask anybody in the house who could take 5 minutes to send a message to these people. And these people must be defeated. This amendment must be defeated. Is it me or is it you? Right? Where's Nando when you need him? Okay, let's try again. But so basically, I send out the email. I'm focused on Columbus. I really am. I think that it's just how are we doing, guys? What's amazing is that in 1989, President George Bush declared October National Italian American Month. And since that day, there's been a tax on our icon and our heritage. Just so you know, we are the 5th largest ethnic group in America. I mean, just think of that. If we get together a little bit, if we put our differences to the side and tell these people that we know who we are, we know what we have done, we know that we belong, and we're also very proud of where we are and where I want our kids to be. Therefore, this kind of negativity has to end. Therefore, when I say to you guys, we have money to give, the National CSJ Commission can use our help, because everything's about vote and money. And Brother Robert there does a wonderful, great job, but every time you take an ad or every time you hire a cause, you need a lawyer and you need money. So therefore, it is up to us, all of us, to fight the fight and let these people understand that to leave Columbus again. It was 1492, almost 600 years ago, and these people are trying to rewrite history. They're trying to blame Columbus for all the ills of the world. Well, you know what? It's not going to happen while we are around. So please, and today especially, and with the email that went out this morning, take 5 minutes of your time and send out an email to these people. Okay? Now, I just want to end it with this, and I say it all the time, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. That we discovered it, we built it, we named it, okay? So with that being said, today is going to be a very nice day if the wind gives us a break here. And I want to introduce to you our mistress of the ceremony, a wonderful, wonderful friend to the lodge, and just a true champion of the cause, Sister Mara Perseveri. Where is Sister Mara?
My name is Mara Fersantieri, and on behalf of the Antonio Meucci Lodge number 213, its president, Mario Cermele, its officers, we welcome you here today to our annual Christopher Columbus wreath ceremony. I would ask that Sister Rosalia Micheli please call the roll of officers. When your name is called, please come and stand at the podium.
Good morning. President Mario Cermele. First Vice President Camille Torone. Immediate Past President Antonio Amato. Orator Kathy Grisanti. Financial Secretary Anna Maria Forte.
Present.
Corresponding Secretary Rosalia Micheli. I'm here. Treasurer Lina Imello. Principal Trustee Dominic D'Ambrosio. Trustees Tina Amato. Antonella Capicotto Delia, Gino Di Micheli, Anthony Micheli, John Rubillo, Lucy Chochi, ceremonial officers Heidi Banzinger, Sentinels Adam Pacheca, Dina Roselli, arbitration Maria Di Micheli, Charles Bustella, chaplain Joe Tansey, Limoges President Pamela Danza, she's at the lodge preparing for the festivities. Past Presidents Antonio Amato and Charles Toda. Lodge Directors Umberto Amato, Michael DiSavino, and Raymond Tochi.
A round of applause, okay?
I would like to ask First Vice President Camille Tarone to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Kindly stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
past president, Antonio Amato, to lead us in the singing of the Italian national anthem.
Fratelli d'Italia, l'Italia sedessa dell'elmo di Scipio, fecinta la testa dove la vittoria e porrà la chioma e schiava di Roma, e Dio la creò. Fratelli d'Italia, l'Italia se desta, dell'elmo di Scipio se cinta la testa, dove la vittoria le porga la chioma, e schiava di Roma, e Dio la creò. Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Sì!
Sì. I would like to ask Brother Joe Tanzi to say the invocation.
Let us bow our heads in prayer. Almighty and ever-living God, our Creator and Sustainer, we give you thanks for this day and for the opportunity to assemble to honor Christopher Columbus. We thank thee for the gifts that you've bestowed on him, the gifts of belief, wisdom, exploration, courage, and most of all, like us assembled here, for the faith and trust in you that led him to opening new doors to the world. We pray for the young and generations to come to be inspired by these virtues and be able to carry on the torch. We thank you, dear Lord, for our motherland, from which we draw so much pride in our heritage and so much pride in all that she has given to the world. From Columbus, Admiral of the Seas, to other navigators and explorers and artists, from scientists to inventors, and so many other illustrious luminaries. You, dear God, have graced and blessed us over the centuries. We trust in you, all who work so hard to keep Columbus Day alive in the face of adverse feelings and beliefs. Grant them, dear God, continued courage, wisdom, and serenity in proclaiming and maintaining the truth of the history. As we reflect on how blessed we are, we pray in thanksgiving for our families, our friends, our liberties, and our freedoms. We beseech your blessings and comfort for our men and women in harm's way, those who served and their families for their sacrifices. And may you always bless and protect our adopted land, the United States of America. Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. Yes. And welcome to the OSDIA Antonio Meucci Lodge number 213 wreath laying ceremony. My name, once again, is Mara Pesantieri. I'm a lodge member, a wife, mother, Italian language teacher, and an immigrant proudly hailing from Ciociaria. For anyone not familiar with this term, let me share that Ciociaria is an area in the region of Lazio in central Italy. The people of this area wore a particular shoe made from a strip of leather which was laced to the foot and ankle and is known as a ciocia, and hence those wearing one are known as ciociari. On a cold January day in 1962, along with my family, I left my beloved Chotaria for Naples, where we boarded the ocean liner Olympia, bound for New York City. The ocean crossing lasted 10 cold, wind-tossed, gut-wrenching days, which did nothing to convince a 6-year-old child who did not want to make the voyage in the first place that this was a good thing. But attraversare we did. And the story continues similarly to that of many of you present, or one that you may have heard from parents or grandparents immigrating from Italy. The Statue of Liberty greeted us. We went through the necessary governmental procedures that allowed us to enter the country, and then suddenly found ourselves on American soil. The same soil that was supposed to be paved with gold and supposed to be lined with silver-growing trees. Needless to say, reality hit very hard, very quickly for all of us. I was sent to school where I knew no one and could not speak to anyone because I could not understand their language, nor did they mine. Obstacles and challenges were numerous. We were not Americans. We were Italian immigrants in America. We were different. I wanted to go back home, the one which we had left so far behind us. I did not like this new home. This was not my home. But time, it is said, is a healer. It strengthens us and helps us grow. I quickly mastered the new language and was determined to excel in school. Years rolled by, and I found myself settling into my new life, and to my surprise, began calling this new country home, but also began questioning where my allegiance belonged. My father would later liken this immigration experience to that of having a mother, losing her, and having her replaced by a stepmother. Your mother gives you life, but the second woman guides you and nurtures you through life. And just as we grow to love someone who nurtures us, I grew to love this country. My country of birth gave me the history and traditions of the past. My nurturing country gave me the opportunity to use the history and traditions to build a future. I had not learned about Columbus during my short educational career in Italy because not much attention was given to him even today in his birth country, and he is certainly not commemorated as Italian Americans commemorate. But we, as immigrants, have a reason to celebrate. The celebration of this holiday unites us as a people. Many of us certainly can identify with the crossing of an ocean, and more than a few find ourselves caught between two allegiances. The first recorded celebration of Columbus Day took place in the United States on October 12, 1792. Yes, we Italians have been here since the beginning of our nation. The celebration commemorated the 300th anniversary of the explorer's landing, and the 400th anniversary of his journey saw the proclamation of the first National Columbus Day in 1892 by then Republican President Benjamin Harrison, although for Harrison it served another purpose: to help resolve the diplomatic crisis with Italy and gain support among Italian-American voters after rioters in New Orleans lynched 11 immigrants the year before. There's always so much more taking place behind the scenes, isn't there? In 1989, Congress finally proclaimed October as National Italian-American Heritage Month. Finally, a recognition and tribute to all the Italian-American contributions to our nation and to highlight the cultural impact of our Italian-American community. I celebrate this holiday because it recognizes me as an Italian immigrant in an adoptive country. I celebrate the possibilities that were opened by an adopted homeland to me, my family, and fellow countrymen and women. I celebrate in recognition of those that came before us and lived through the challenges and injustices and became better and stronger. The wreath-laying ceremony is perhaps the most moving of Italian heritage celebrations because we gather to pay tribute to those who have sacrificed so much for our country. I invite you to join us in the celebration and paying tribute, and I thank you for your attention. At this time, I would like to present the President of the Antonio Meucci Lodge number 213, President Mario Cermele.
Thank you, Sister Mary. And this is what we are all about. We are so full of life, so full of knowledge. We are very proud people. And yet, we stand by and let others, whoever these people might be, that think they're geniuses, take advantage of us. Well, enough. I'm here to tell you that it's time to vote, and vote your heart, and vote what's right for you, and for us, and for the cause. And if I ask, or somebody tells you something, when they say see something, say something, do something, this is the time. Yesterday and last night, the email came by. Brother Robert goes all over the United States fighting to have statues. Columbus statues come out of the warehouses, or they've been defaced. We are putting them back together because that's what we do. This is who we are. This statue was put up in 1915. We went before the White Plains Council and we made it an historical monument, meaning it can, for longevity, it will never be moved out of White Plains. This is where it belongs. This is what was put up by our forefathers, and this is who we are, and we're very proud of that. And I ask each and every one of you, take 5 minutes. Do it. Call your friends. Forward those blessed emails. Now that we know what that means. Forward those. In other words, listen, you know, our kids are very thank you. You know exactly what I'm trying to say here. We have to take that extra time to pass the legacy on, to let them know they should be proud of their parents, their grandparents. They call us Tony because when you got off the boat, they said, "Where you going to New York?" So a lot of Tonys came in America, and that's what it was. Look, in New Rochelle, they call us the garlic people. They call us the greases because we always smelled the oils, I guess, whatever. I have no idea. But we dug the tunnels, and we died in the tunnels. We built the Kensico Dam. We built the Bronx Zoo. On and on it goes. So we do all these wonderful things, and yet once we they're going to take it away from us. No, they won't. So I'm asking you, make it your business to go out and vote. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your families. Be proud of your name. And whether, you know, as our children fall in love, they cannot help what they fall in love with. But what they cannot deny is the love, the dignity, l'amore, passione, e il nostro dovere. We have to pass that on. Now, with that being said, the man who I think is going to speak to you next encompasses all these wonderful qualities. When you meet him, he's always such a sociable fellow. But let me tell you something. He's very knowledgeable. He loves who he is, and he does the Italian American community a great justice by moving up and representing us very well every day in the courts of law. Ladies and gentlemen, today's speaker, which we are so honored to have here today, and our large brother, Brother Honorable Pat Gizzle. Where are you, my brother?
What a great guy, right? Good morning, all. Good morning. You know, Mario said, I don't really recognize you from my work, so that's a good thing.
Thank God.
Yeah, yes, thank God. Yeah. You're all wonderful people, hardworking people. You all come from great roots. Italian Americans, one and all. I want to thank Mario again for the honor and privilege of speaking to you this morning. I did caution Mario before I accepted the invitation to say a few brief words. I said, "Are you sure it's okay with Judge Nicolai?" Judge Nicolai, went to law school up the street here, and I clerked for Judge Nicolai when he was in the courts. And what a wonderful Italian American, as are all of you. I want to thank the officers, national officers that are present. My CEO Charlie Toda, who's been with me in all of my endeavors. They say, oh, well, behind every great man there's a great woman, and I have two, my wife Kathleen and my daughter Jenna Marie. Well, as some of you may know, I am a student of history and the law, so it is important that on this Christopher Columbus Day, we remember how this day came to be an important part of our national calendar. As was said previously, on March 14 in 1891, 11 Italian Americans were murdered in a mass lynching in New Orleans, Louisiana. They died at the hands of a mob while being held on murder charges at the county prison. This brutal act was seen at the time to avenge the death of the police chief in New Orleans. Of those that lived and faced trial, seven were acquitted, and 2 ended in mistrial. In the end, the vigilantes were set free, and a diplomatic crisis between the United States and Italy began, as the good professor said this morning. As a way to honor the Italian American people and to address such a wrong, President Benjamin Harrison held the first Columbus Day celebration in 1892, 400 years after the historic discovery of America by Cristoforo Colombo, that we honor today. Columbus Day today, as it has always been, a day of honor, to honor the great navigator and the courage, motivation, and strength of the Italian American people to overcome obstacles in order to become an important part of the American way of life. Yes, it is primarily the story of Christopher Columbus, but it is also the story of baseball great Joe DiMaggio, entertainers such as Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, jurist Antonin Scalia, businessman Lee Iacocca, filmmaker Martin Scorsese, faith-filled Mother Cabrini, U.S. Capitol architect Constantino Bermudi, Mount Rushmore's chief carver and Portchester's own Luigi Del Bianco. And of course, the inventor of the telephone, Antonio Meucci. All individuals whose contributions to the American society in the arts, medicine, industry, science, and the law help to lift up the nation's ideals and not tear them down. These are great names whose stories have been told many times. Yet, there are other stories of the little-known Italian Americans who, since the first wave of Italian immigrants beginning in the 19th century, also gave, sacrificed, and contributed without plaques or monuments to build up and not tear down our great republic. Their stories are humble, without fanfare. The masons that helped build things like the Kensico Dam, the laborers that dug the sewers and mined the coal to fuel our great cities, the landscapers who made the world more beautiful, like my dad, the teachers who taught the children a new language, the factory workers that stitched into the night for pennies right here in White Plains, like my mom. They are the papas and the mamas and the nonas and the nonnies that cooked and fed families and boarders with great love so that one day their children could read and write and contribute to their adopted land. Equally and without prejudice, on merit. Theirs are the silent stories that help form the foundation of our common American heritage. In closing, they came in search of a better life for themselves and all of us, from a place where there was no pani and no labor. So today, we celebrate them also as we rally once again around the statue to thank the good Lord for them, their lives, their lessons, their faith, sacrifice, and love of country. Because of them, siamo arrivati. And following their example, let us continue to go forward. Sempre avanti. Thank you.
Please sit. This just reinforces what I say all the time. We are the best. We are the best of the best. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. And now I'd like to bring up a friend of the lodge, a friend of Christopher Columbus, the national, first of all, he's a past New York State president, and now he's the National Commission of Social Justice, defending Columbus all over the United States. Brother Robert Faria, please.
Good morning. You know, before I get into my remarks, I wanted to say that there's been so much spoken about the 1891 lynching that I got some good news. You know, I was state president when in 2018 when we went down to New Orleans, and we got a public apology from the mayor of New Orleans, Mayor LaToya, for the lynching of these 11 Italian immigrants, and I have to be honest with you, the youngest one was 11 years old. Nobody knew that. 11 years old. And we were happy to get that apology. It was long overdue. And we had promised that we would go back and we would try and commemorate and put something at the actual site that they were lynched. Well, I was there. I was in New Orleans last weekend because the Italian Sons and Daughters of Building America and the National CSJ, we paid for a plaque. We worked the back channels down there, and the exact spot. And I have to tell you, I got goose pimples. I got so overwhelmed. I actually stood in front of the 2 trees that they lynched these 11 immigrants on at the jail. I was in front of the old jail, and we have it is now part of a historical walking tour in the state of New Orleans, the town of New Orleans down there. They will always be a plaque. National CSJ paid for it. We dedicated it last weekend. So, you know, and that's because of all the hard work of brothers and sisters and friends like that are sitting right here in front of me. So I just have to tell you that because there's been a lot of talk about it, and we were proud to have that done. So I have you know, we have Columbus's writings. We do. And I was looking at a quote of his. And one of his quotes was, "By prevailing over all obstacles and distractions, one may unfailingly arrive at his chosen goal or destination." My brothers, my sisters, my friends, this is our goal, to preserve the memory of Christopher Columbus, who was ingrained in our Italian heritage, and to cancel, and I mean this, cancel the cancel culture that is pitting all of us against one another. We must stand up to the elected officials that become judge and jury, tearing down statues, removing holidays, renaming structures, all in the name of inclusion, while discriminating against the Italian American community. However, thanks to the Meucci Lodge, or the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, the elected officials in the city of White Plains here, and all of you that are present here today, we are saying loud and clear, it's not happening, not here, that's not going to happen. And let me tell you something, that's right. And it's sad, because only in America this happens. Only in America, because in the West Indies where Columbus really landed, he's a hero. He's a hero down there. They love him. But only here, because of our right to free speech, he's become a villain. And wrongly a villain. The false narrative that's out there about him is terrible. Perpetuated by a man called Howard Zinn, who hated the United States of America. And what's more sad is that his book was used as a curriculum in some of our education institutions. And that's the sad part. He corrupted the individuals, he corrupted the education system. And that's sad. And that has to stop, and that's what we're here for, to stop it. I have to tell you, I'm really proud to be here today on behalf of the New York State Grand Lodge, our state president, and the New York and National CSJ Commission for Social Justice. I have to thank President Mario Ciamelli and my brothers and sisters at the Meucci Lodge for all they do. Their dedication does not go unnoticed. One of the premier lodges in the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. And I want to thank each and every one of you here today, so we don't ever forget how we got here and why we're here. Thank you.
In Rockland County, with the help of Brother Robert here, there was a statue of Columbus put away.
Thrown in the bay.
Thrown in the bay.
Thrown in the bay.
Thrown in the bay by the woke community. The Rockland Lodge that you guys will be tomorrow together on a bus. Brother Bill, who's state deputy for New York State, and you'll recognize him tomorrow. That lodge not only saved the statue, brought it. Did they buy it or bring it back?
It was donated to them.
It was donated to them. Okay, brother.
Yeah. It was donated to them by the Italian American Cultural Society down in Virginia. It was restored. It was shipped up here. It cost them over $10,000 to get that done. And they put it on their property where they have their building. It's a beautiful, beautiful statue. And we were happy to donate some money to help them make it happen. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going across the country. And if we have money in our, whatever money that we raise for the preservation of Columbus and the statues, we donate money towards the restoration. We did it in New Jersey. We'll do it any place they need us. Any place we can go to save Columbus and to help the Italian American community, National CSJ will be there. Thank you.
And before I call back Sister Mara, I would like to have, we at the lodge, some of us have been lifers, as we call ourselves. Brother Charlie has been a member, I believe, for 70 years. He joined when he was 2 years old. Thank you, Brother Charles. But, our caliber of members is unequal. I think that we are the best. We are go-getters, we're doers, we just analyze and speculate and argue and anal is the word, but none better. Ladies and gentlemen, and you know, it's a joke I'm going to tell you, but when our chaplain speaks, I feel I should go to the altar and receive the good Lord. We are so blessed to have Brother Joe Tanzi, a Vietnam veteran, a wounded Vietnam veteran, a receiver of the Purple Heart. He's been honored almost nationwide, and I would just like to read to you a little blur about Cristoforo Colombo. Brother Joe, please come up.
Like most of you today, last week you must have received the Golden Light, which was a newspaper published by the New York State Lodge. And I came across on the third page a poem that Patricia Wistfully Edwards wrote. And I read it and I said, it is an appropriate thing for me to share with you this morning what the poem is all about. It's titled, Remember My Name. And it goes on like this. Please remember my name. It's not very hard to do. I may be known as Christopher Columbus and as an explorer to some of you. I sailed the mighty ocean beginning at the tender age of 10. And when 30 more years had passed, in 1493, I could feel his hands upon me and set sail once again. I prayed that he would guide me to the ordained destiny. I led courageous seamen through turbulent, uncharted seas. I never faltered, knowing that the Lord was always with me. I discovered a new world and was named the Viceroy of the Indies by the Spanish of Spain. I dedicated my life attempting to circumnavigate the globe. I didn't succeed in my 4 journeys to sail from sea to sea, but the glorious discoveries I did make are remembered to this day. And so, as I look down from heaven upon the people of the world, I ask you to please respect me and remember me. I am Cristoforo Colombo. I was born in Genova, Italy in 1451. Please remember my name. That is all I ask of you. Thank you.
And so with that being said, it is truly an honor to be your president, also to invite each and every one of you back to our lodge and to bring back a great friend and a great person, Sister Mata. Please come up here.
At this time, I would like to ask our President Mario Cermele, past presidents Antonio Amato and Charles Tota, and our guest speaker, Brother Honorable Pat Rizzo, to come forward as we place the wreath at the statue.
about a round of applause, guys? All right, everybody look at the cameras.
May I ask everyone to stand and join us as we sing God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. This concludes our ceremony. On behalf of the Antonio Meucci Lodge number 213, our President Mario Cermele and our First Lady Pamela Danza, thank you for coming to celebrate Columbus Day.
Could I have the board members please come up to the statue for a picture? And then if you guys like to take a picture, you're more than welcome, please. And move the banner. This way people go behind you. Go forward, Dina. Go ahead. It's okay. That grass is going to die in the winter. It's okay. It comes back.
You want me to help it?
It does. Right? The grass dies. Right? Not a boy, Adam. Be like Columbus.
That's right.
Go forth, my son.
It's a dangerous start. Careful, these
Can you
have thorns in
swim?
the front.
That's the question. I got now lower that, lower the banner. Lower
go in front of this
lower
thing?
the banner.
You gotta be careful, there's thorns on these porches. Yeah, he's trying to kill me. Thank you.
Careful, be careful.
Once we all get it, we all just send it out.
Okay, can everyone see that now? Come back a little bit. How's that?
Foundation we might take level.
Can everyone see that?
I didn't think.
Hold on, we're getting direction.
Get closer. Get closer. Get closer. Get closer. Let go. Let go.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, now where am I supposed to go? Hold guys in the back. Hold out, guys.
Is that in the picture? Roselle, is that in the picture? Hold on. No problem.
They already dead.
Who's taking pictures? Talia?